Oh, hi Fiona. Hello there. Good morning. Welcome to Coffee and Card, round 42. Hi Sandra. Hi Barb. I'm hoping we've got quite a few on today because I did have quite a few sign-ups for this one, which is amazing. Thank you. I'm just going to wait a few moments before I start my full spiel. Good morning, Cheryl. Good morning, Anne. We've got 11 on so far. That's good. That's good. So yeah, it's the start of a new round 42. Did have quite a few people sign up to this one, which is great. Thank you so much. Before I start though, I wrote someone's name down twice. So I actually have one full kit in a box with all the card kits. It's an option A, just with a full pack of the papers ready to go out. It would normally be £30 posted. But you know what? So that I can not get rid of it, I'll do it for 25. So if anybody's watching and wants to take part, then I've got a kit with your name on it, which I'll send out for £25 posted. And also, I did order a couple of packs extra. My maths wasn't what it should be. So I do have a couple of packs of the paper that's spare. And you might see today there's one paper that you're going to use a lot of. So those of you who've got the full bundle, you only get half a pack of the papers. Normally that is enough, but there's one sheet where we're going to cut quite a few bells out of it. And I'm a little bit worried whether you'll have enough. Oh, your grandchildren, hi Anne, are going to try making the card too. That's lovely. So yes, so if anybody, oh, we've got 15 on, woo, please do say hi, don't be shy. So if anybody does want that spare kit, please send me a message or just comment on here, or email me, text me, WhatsApp me, yeah, and I'll sort that out. It's been very, very busy since last Wednesday, which is fantastic, since the launch of the mini catalogue. And for those who are sort of following along, you're probably fed up of hearing about it, but I'm probably fed up of talking about it, but I'm so trying still for this trip. When I decided that it might, with the smallest chance, be possible, I broke down how much I needed to do per day over 2 months, and I'm sort of still on track, but you always find you get a spike at the beginning of a month, and then the mid-month is usually a bit of a lull. So I've got that mid-month lull coming up, but then I'm hoping at the end of the month. So yeah, it's not a certainty whatsoever yet, but you know me, I am a fighter, so I'm going for it still. Okay, I have something flashing on my screen then, which startled me, and it was to do with my phone up here and the view, but I think it's okay now. So yes, and what I've been doing is I've been trying to get everything made for all my classes up to all the classes up to November, so I can share with you what we're going to make. I can't expect people to sign up to Class Blind and not see what you're going to make. I mean, I do like to keep a couple of things for like a little surprise, but yeah, so I've been trying to do that, and I'm going to go through this week's card. Is so easy, quick. It's a 10-minute one, so well, maybe 15. So I'm going to go through a few things, share a few things. Paper share is still open. I did get 4 people for that, so that's one ordered and ticked off. If you do want to take part in the paper share, that's still open. And then I'll go through the other things that are available. We've got 2 amazing new kits that I'm checking every 2 minutes to see whether they've come into the warehouse. They should have been in last Wednesday, and I've got people pre-ordering those kits, and they look fabulous. So I'm desperately waiting for those to come in because I think they'll be a massive help. So I'm going to turn my camera around because I have got lots to share. Okay, so first things first, I will share the next coffee and card. Now, I do have a few people signed up to this already, which is amazing. And if you like cutesy Christmas, this is the one for you. So here are a selection of examples of cards that I think I shared this last week, that we will be making. And there are just two options for this one. And there's option A, which is just the papers and the kits, and that's 26 posted. Or there's option B, to get the full bundle, and that means the stamps and the dies and half a pack of the papers. And the dies make these fab shaker. The dies are great, actually. So the colours in it are pool party, poppy parade, garden green, petal pink. Really nice, festive, well, fresh festive, that's what I call it. And if anybody signs up for the full bundle one before the end of September, I am going to put you in a full reel of the baker's twine, the red and white baker's twine, for free, which is that baker's twine, as a thank you. So they're the cards that I've made so far. We made this one on my launch on Saturday. Thank you to the ladies. Oh, we've got 18 on. Amazing. Good morning, Sue. We made a card on my launch, and we made, I gave them some homework, but I did my homework too, and I made a couple of tags. And this is all with the same bundle, but incidentally, it's actually with the dies that we're using for this coffee and card. Okie doke, so that's the next one, and it's open for booking all this month, and it starts on the 22nd of October. And staying on the theme of coffee and card, I wouldn't normally have them planned out. I sort of have them planned out in my head, but I wouldn't have them advertised too in advance. But in view of the goal that I've set myself, I think it's nice for people to know what's coming. And this one has had a lot of love, a lot of interest in the catalogue. And even if you take that stamp set away, this punch is, I think, a fabulous punch. It's a great little standalone punch, actually. So it's the Humble Home bundle, and this is going to be the next coffee and card. Now, this will not start until 6 weeks after the 22nd of October, which is, well, it'll be 7 weeks actually, which is the 3rd of December. Now, the reason that I chose this one is I think when we get to December, we don't always want to be, we're a bit Christmased out, and we might have our Christmas cards done, wishful thinking. I love a punch too, Sandra. And I like to do a couple a year with the punches. So in view of the greetings that's on this stamp set, I decided to do this one as my tide you over through the festive period coffee and card. So it's got 2 house stamps. This one is very much like a gingerbread one with a little wreath, and then this one's like the brick one with the roof. That heart is very useful. And then you've got little door and windows, which you can then stamp onto the punched out shape. You do have a Merry Christmas stamp, but you've got a thank you, you've got welcome, you've got from our house to yours, you've got for the sweet gift, so you can do thank you for the sweet gift, thank you for coming, welcome home. So, and you've got a to and a from, so you can do little cute house gift tags. So yes, this one will run from 3rd of December right through into January. So it's going to be, there might be one festive make that first week, but it's likely not to be a card, something else. But I have seen a lovely pop-up card that I want to do with it. There's going to be half a pack of papers included. And it's these wood effect ones. I've not got half left because I did my treat day with these, and I use loads, so I thought they would work with the house very nicely. So that isn't on my website just yet, but it is on my list of jobs for today, but I wanted to give you a little heads up about that one. Oh, and because it's super duper in advance, if anyone booked in September, then I am offering anyone who books, there will be only one option for this, because you can't just do it with the papers, I'm afraid. So it is just the one option for this one only. I've done the cheap paper option for quite a few now, I think for about 6. So it will just be the one option. Maybe it could be your early Christmas present, because you do really need the punch. You can't just do it with the papers. So yeah, if anybody books on for it, I'm very generously letting you choose a free ink pad of any colour. So it might be you want an ink pad that we're going to use for this. So, but that's only if you book it in September. Oh, and then what else have I got to share? Oh, so this, I loved making these. I had a spare hour and a half on Sunday, and then I had to go out, and I'll be honest, I didn't want to go out. I wanted to carry on crafting, and I made these cards, and these 3 cards have actually got me 2 bookings over the weekend, so thank you for those of you booked on my festive treat day. But these are just some samples of what we will make. We are going to do a 3D project. We always do that on my treat days. But this is with my favourite stamp set in the whole of the mini, and it's not until page 56. So here is the Yuletide Village. I keep saying every week, I love anything with a house on it. So obviously I love the house punch, but this stamp set made me go, oh, it's so cute. So I love it. And you know what? I love that it's actually, the houses are quite British, you know. They're quite, you know, they're not the traditional, I think the word is I'm looking for. So this is a really, really nice price stamp set. I need to check that actually. Where is my catalogue? I don't know where I've put it. Anyway, it is a really reasonable price one. I think it's under £20. So I'll try and find it. I had it before I started. Anyway, so in the festive treat day, you're going to get 3 stamp sets included. So obviously the Yuletide Village, then the falling snow background stamp, which is just amazing. I've used that on, which card did I use it on? It was actually not a card for this. I've used it on this one here. You can see in the pool party. It's a fabulous one. And then you're also going to get this amazing sentiment set with 19 stamps on. They are shown smaller on the front of here, but this has done this amazing Christmas. There is an option if you do want to add the dies on. I've not included the dies because I wanted to keep it more reasonably priced than my previous treat days. So yes, you're also going to get the Nests of Winter papers, which this is one of the papers here, and also the linen threads that go with. So I'm also adding a blends club for this month, and it's going to be the 3 colours I've used here. So I just love this. It's like, it's simple, but I love doing a different size card. I have just blended around the edge, and these cards lend themselves to, if you like to add some glitter glue or some Wink of Stella or some embossing paste, something textury, sparkly, then these cards do lend themselves to that. So if anybody wants to check out the events for this, it's all on my events page, and this event is on the 2nd of November. Now, if you can't do that date, it's all available online. If you can't do the day, you can catch up, or you can come and craft with me on the 12th of October. I've got a hotel booked and I've got lots of spare seats. So if you're in my VIP group, and I posted on my Paper Haven page too, I posted all details about my spare availability on the 12th of October. Finally, it's World Card Making Day on the 5th of October, and I have added a little class, and I've had one booking, thank you, Helen, giving the hexagon punch, which is one of my favourite punches, lots of love. And I've got a couple of options here. So come and craft with me on World Card Making Day. It's online. And there's an option just to get a quarter of a pack of each of the papers that I share here. Quarter of a pack of each. And all the bits and bobs to make 8 cards. So 2 of each. And you would need your own greetings. And you would need to have the punch. Or there's an option to add the punch on. But you get it at a cheaper price of £20 instead of 22. So instead of the class being 42, it's 40. So if you've got the punch, this class is only £20 plus postage. So it's a really, really reasonable class if you've already got the punch. If you've not, then you do make a little bit of a saving. And that's all for my sales pitch. And I've done 15 minutes. That's all for today, she says. I'll probably add something in as I'm going along. So hopefully there's something there that catches your eye and you can join in on. And also, if you've not already checked out my scrapbooking classes or my scrapbooking video, please check that out on my YouTube channel. So today's card is absolutely super duper easy. And I mean that when I say that. It's super duper easy. And just going to move my chair. I'm stuck. Okay, I'm not very comfortable this morning. Okay, so this card is a bit of a throwback to one that I made about 4 years ago when I first started. In the first sort of few months of Coffee and Card, we had a stamp set called Forever Fern and some matching papers. It wasn't a Christmas one. It was a much loved one. And it did really well. It was when we were in the height of lockdown. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to do a little throwback to that one. And I'm going to make a similar card. We did it with stamps going round here, but I'm going to cut papers out. So please bear with me because I have already worked through this pack of papers and made all of these cards. So I'm just going to take out papers that I think I need. The doggy has heard something. I'm so pleased with how the scrapbooking club has gone down. It's had a lot of interest. And I do have a scrapbook group on Facebook if you want to join that. Okay, so dead simple in that you've not got much in your kit. You've just got a white card base and then a stylish shaped circle there, which we're going to stamp our greeting on. If you went for option A, obviously you're going to be using your own greetings. I'm using greetings of the season. And we're going to do quite a bit of cutting out this morning. So in terms of the papers you need, this is, I'll show you the other side. Sometimes it's easier to find. Oh, thank you, Fiona. Sometimes it's easier to find things when I show you the other side. So I know that I'm going to use that one. And I'm going to use this one. I like to detach them from the bigger piece of paper before I cut them out. So I'm going to use that one, those two. There's actually 2 of those. And 2 of those. And 2 of those, right. Okay, yeah. So we need 6. So it's a bit of a cutting and a chatting morning this morning. Okay, so we've still, so that's that one. And then in terms of the bells, this is the other side. Now I love this gingham, and then it's the bells on this side. So in terms of bells, we are going to use a lot of these, and if you've only got one sheet, you will need to be quite sparing with it. And I want to use on this one these 2 bells here. Now, if you don't want to pop them on, you can just leave them off. and it's fine. You don't have to add them because, as I say, we do use them on a lot, and I'm a bit worried about us running out of this paper because I'm already onto my second sheet. That was what I had left from the first one. Okay. And that's a different one, isn't it? Look. It's the opposite side, but that's all right. So hope all your kits reached you okay. I did have my lovely Evan, my employee of the month from lockdown, came round last Wednesday. Well, he's been round the last 2 Wednesdays and helped me actually. And he was here for 4 hours, and we didn't, just to give you an insight into preps, we didn't get everything done between us in 4 hours. So it's like 8 hours. Mind you, he did walk for lunch, did take the dog out and go to the sandwich shop for us. But yeah, so I carried on after he'd had to go. Well, I had to go out, I had a hospital appointment, and yeah, it was good to have him helping. So we're doing 2 of each one. So I've done 1 of that. Just got it this morning. Oh wow. Well, they went out. They were collected last Thursday. So I would have hoped they were with you on Saturday. That was my aim. Sandra, I have your kit that you ordered for Kits Out for Kidneys that you kindly ordered for our kidney care fundraiser, which has raised nearly £160 now. I'm donating my commission. We've sold 40 kits, which is fabulous. And I'm going to pop it in with your paper share, if that's all right. Now, look, there is just a bit where it was at the edge of the paper and it's not quite a full. But if I put it there, the bell's going to cover it, so that's all right. I've got 15 of you on. Woohoo! These leaves, they make me think that they're like little hearts. I think they're lovely. Yeah, they're like little hearts. They make me smile cutting them out, actually. And if you don't cut the end bit brilliantly, don't worry, because it's going to be covered up by that circle. have a little drink of my drink. I always forget about it. Oh, it's almost gone past that point of, it's a point of whether the drink's hot enough. I don't know if you have that. Or am I a bit weird? I drink it and I think, oh, it's nearly to the point of where it's not warm enough. Maybe I'm just a bit weirdo. Little quirks. Anyway, ladies, Strictly starts on Saturday. And, I don't know. I'm not looking forward to it as much as normal, but I'm sure when it starts, I'll love. The one thing I am looking forward to is Ali Ash's back. Oh, yes. What a lovely man. A ribbon share. And from the mini, it's a lot of work. I don't mean admin, I mean like cutting the ribbon and then like winding it and sticking it. The paper shares are a lot easier. I don't get much take up, and if I'm honest, when I've done it before. I mean, thank you for asking that. I mean, I could do if it meant lots of people signed up, then of course I would have a go. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up. I often don't like to decorate my card when that's flapping up like that, so I will often open it up like that so it's flat, and then start to position these on here. And I made this card weeks and weeks ago. So like you, I'm copying my work. Just like you might copy my work too. And then these sort of overlap, so you can cut the ends off. Oh, I missed one. I've missed one. I've not even finished. Yeah, I'll have a look and see. Because then it's like, do you cut all these down? That would take. The thing is, I could cut the ribbons down, and but then you get a full pack of this included. That would be sort of more worth it, I think, and it would make it a little bit more reasonable for people. Leave it with me, Anne. Yeah, I think you're right, Cheryl. I already know I want to win. I want that lad from EastEnders to win who danced on the Christmas special and did a quick step. He was absolutely fabulous. I think he's a really nice Jamie. I think he's a lovely young man. Last year I wanted Bobby to win. Okay, so that just looks a bit like it's a pile. It looks like I've just dropped that on my craft desk. But once we put the circle on like that, yeah, we can sort of begin to move things around like that and think, yeah, I like that, Julie. High five. What I would do is like that one's like sort of about 10 past. I just check that compare that to that corner down there, and you sort of want them to be opposite. It's a bit like a clock, I suppose, isn't it? And I'm quite happy with that. Might just move it up a bit. And then that, if I decide to go for it, might go there. Okay. So I'm quite happy with that. Yep. So this is the difficult bit. Okay, let's have a big drink. Oh, thanks, Fiona. I'll let you know, Anne. So hold that down, pull one out like that, and just glue, wet glue all the way here, wet glue for the win. Oh gosh, it just reminded me about something. So while I'm sticking, so I was talking to a friend of mine, Brenda, who is a gorgeous demonstrator in Canada, and I've met her on a few trips. You know, when you meet some people and you feel a bit like they're a version of you, but from another country. I feel a bit like Brenda's a bit of a Canadian version of Julie, a bit. I don't know. I feel like she's sort of my person kind of thing. Anyway, she was asking how I was doing with the trip and everything, because she's just got it, and we do like to catch up on these trips, and she was saying if there's anything she can do to help, then I have to let her know. So anyway, she's doing a talk on a demonstrator day that I'm running, all about scrapbooking and her creative process. Now I will make that video available for my customers who sign up to my scrapbook club as well, because I think you'll find it useful. But she said, have you tried an adhesive share? And I said, no, I haven't. So what I did was I went through, I'm going to stick this one first because that's the one that's got that bit. I went through and worked out if I could sell 50 glues and 50 dimensionals, the cheapest possible I could offer them for, what would it be, with my commission off, so I'm not making any money on them, and using some stamping rewards. And I've worked that out, but obviously I do have to get the orders. So a Tombow is £5.75 normally, and a Dimensionals is £4. This is in the UK. It's only available UK, I'm afraid. But if I can sell 50, I can get this down to £4.50 instead of £5.75, and I can get Dimensionals down to £3.25 instead of £4. If I can get 100, it comes down even more. This would come down to £4.20, and Dimensionals would come down to £3. So far, I've sold 5 Tombows and 15 Dimensionals. So we've a way to go, but I don't want any money. I'm just tallying up. I'm not ordering until the end of the month. So I don't need any money until the end of the month. And so you just have to let me know. Oh, that's got a bit of a gap there. You just have to let me know what you want. I've stuck this one too far down. So do you know what I think I might do? I think I might have the bells at that side on this card, because I feel like but that's quite good because the bells are the opposite way around. Oh, Julie, it's like it was meant to be. I'll talk myself into anything, won't I? So yes, so if some of you have let me know, no money needed until I confirm how cheap I can get those for. And I am asking for a minimum order of 5. So either 5 glue, 5 dimensional, or combo of each. Combo like 3 and 2, or 2 and 3, 4 and 1. So that is going to go there on this card. Just the other way around. Yeah, just to cover up that gap. Right, we need to do our greeting. Look at that. Look at that. It does look a mess. So I'm using wishing you a Merry Christmas. So that's actually 3 different stamps. Okay. Oh, I might actually use It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year. It does fit on, but it's going to be a job to get my bells on. So I'm going to use a slightly different stamp. Okay. So I use the Merry that's the fancy font on this one. I'm going to use the plainer font and I'm going to build it up from the bottom. Okay. So I did get my green ink pad out. There it is. We're only using one ink pad today. So I'm going to build this up from the bottom. I'm going to do Christmas. And then Merry. And then Wishing You A. Let's put that. Oh, yes, Julie. Okay, so what I've done is I've lined that up more towards that side so that the bells can go there. Yeah. I've got a bit of green on my hands. But hey, what's new? And then I'm just going to add a few foam pads, few dimensionals. Where have they gone? So just check those distances there and there, and then there and there. And then this little bell, oh gosh, it's like it's meant to be. It's just going to fit in there like that. You will need a bit of a foam pad on the edge. But then some glue on the rest of it. And there we go. Week 1 done. So that I've stuck my foliage out a bit further on this one. I've gone a bit bananas with it. But yeah, there we go. Week 1 done. Shall we just tidy these stamps up? Okie doke, that's week 1 done, and week 2 next week is this one. A little bit of gold foil next week, and again we're using more of those bells. So yes, this is next week's. So a little bit of you need to find something from your craft stash. I have used an embossing folder on this one. Doesn't matter which folder you use, obviously. I couldn't have just had the manpower to, even with the employee of the month. So you can keep it plain, or if you've got an embossing folder, you can use an embossing folder for the background, but that's just a little bit of extra for next week's back on Tuesday. So yeah, that's all from me. The sun's come out now and it's quite blustery, and I've just had a load of washing that's just finished, so I'm going to go peg that out, and then I'm going to crack on with my Stampin' Up things. And look out, because today's job, if I don't put it on, someone get in touch with me and say, Julie, you've not done your job that you said you were going to do today and add that class on. So I'm making myself accountable here. So yes, do look out for that. And I will see you a week from today for week 2. Have a lovely week. Take care, and I'll see you then. Thanks for watching. Bye.